I'm so glad that I was born when I was born. I'm so glad that I was born to the parents that I was born to. I'm so glad that I grew up not far from here. I'm so glad that I can still remember a time when we had to integrate a swimming pool. I was only 9 years old. But it was people like you who stood up and said little black kids ought to be able to go and swim in a big swimming pool when they were in a little, and when in their neighborhood, they had a little tiny wading pool. I swear, the wading pool was about the size of this section right here, was 2 feet, and there were 500 or 600 kids. We literally had to wait for 2 hours to get in, and 2 feet deep. And then there was another Olympic-sized pool over at Riverside, not far from here, over at Riverside, in the white area. But we couldn't go there. But we integrated that pool when I was 9 years old. I'm so glad I had a chance to live long enough to see, to experience something else, which is very interesting. When I would go to my school, Glenn, we had 9 rooms, school 121. 9 rooms. 9 rooms. No playground, no auditorium, no cafeteria, no gymnasium. And you walk across the bridge, at Hamburg Street Bridge, where Reverend Stadium is, and there was another school that had everything, but it was a white school. And they would let us come and do our plays. And can you imagine what that says to a little kid? I got to go to that school, but they go to that school. What is that? And then, for me to see in America, where we have what we have in this room this morning, the diversity that we have. In America, that could elect a man of color to the office of President of the United States. In America where, and this is something my Howard County people know this, I started representing Howard County 10 years ago. And the one stop that I make on every election night, the first stop I make is Howard County. And I have never gone into the Howard County where they meet. What's the name of that room? What's the name of it? Where when I walk in, I did not get a standing ovation. And it almost brings tears to my eyes because it's the ultimate of diversity. To have people standing and saying, you know, we love you, we care for you. So I'm so glad that I have lived in this time. But I had my turn.
All right.
I had my turn. It's now her turn.
Yes.
It's the young people's turn in this room. It's and you know what? And this is hitting me. It hit me so hard when I was at the monument when we were doing it during the monument, the Martin Luther King monument, and a little fellow came up to me as I stood there, and he said to me something that I shall never forget, and it really made me realize how old I am. He said, he could have been over 22, 23 years old. He said, Mr. Cummings, he said, Congressman, he said, I know nothing about Martin Luther King except what I read. But he said, you are my Martin Luther King. He said, you are my Martin Luther King. And do you realize that you are somebody's Martin Luther King? You are.
Yes.
You are somebody's Martin Luther King. They weren't even born yet.
Yes.
And by the way, let me remind you, this is bigger than you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
This is not about you.
No, it isn't.
This is bigger than you. This is about generations yet unborn.
Yes. Preach.
How can you say to somebody what Romney said? He said, as people are losing their houses, he said, let them lose their houses. Till it fizzles out.
Yes.
But you know what? A lot of people don't realize the reason why I say we gotta fight. A lot of people don't realize the significance of a house. My mama's house allowed them, my mother still lives in the house, rent-free, at 85 years old. That house is important. When I got ready and I started figuring out how you going to pay for this, I realized that I got a house that I can use as collateral. Come on now.
Yes, yes.
If I want to go to a line of credit, I got something to back it up with. That's a house.
Yes.
That's why we have got to guard that American dream.
Yes.
We got to guard the American dream again of our children so that they get the education that they need.
Yes.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we got work to do.
Yes, we do.
This is not a time to get tired.
That's right.
Oh no, don't get tired now.
That's right. Come on.
Don't get tired. I know it gets frustrating.
Yes.
And you often ask yourself the question, why should I keep running on? Well, let me tell you why you should run on. When I was a little boy, my mother